second. Good afternoon, thanks for joining us right here on Midday, Kentucky. It is Arboretum.
Yes.
Not Arboretum.
No, not Arboretum.
But it looks Arboretum. That's what it looks like.
I don't know.
But this is the problem with Aussies. We don't put our good teeth in the morning, so we just get a bit confused.
Well, your teeth look good. Your teeth look fine.
I was at an event just recently and I was emceeing and I knew what I was supposed to be saying, and it was an abbreviation, AVOL, and it's AVOL. So when I got up there, I said, AVOL. I'm thinking, what am I saying? It's like, I'm just literally reading it as it comes from the piece of paper.
Hey, well, it's time to wakey. We have a show.
I know, it is, my friend. How are you, my dear?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good. Katie
nice
is off
out.
today again.
I know.
She literally still does not have a voice. Doug's been doing the morning show all on his own. I think she just needs a few days without talking, which isn't going to hurt my ears.
Troy, you be nice. I miss your voice, Katie. Get well soon.
Okay, well, you're going to do what you got to do, Lisa, or you're going to just pretend there's no teleprompter?
I'll just pretend there's not a teleprompter, but guess what?
No, it's just so ruined now.
No, it's not. Guess what today is?
What is it, Lisa?
It is Hug an Australian Day, everyone.
Oh, look, here's my little Emily.
These are interns.
Oh, my little darling. That was so forced. That was really forced.
And prompted by you, but that's okay.
Were you going to get to it? I'm like,
you're the one that runs the show.
It was the last hour
kinda,
that we've been talking about it, and you're just like fluffing your hair around. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, just get back to the arboretum and we'll get going.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. This is absolutely hysterical. Okay, you've got to watch this one. A Western Kentucky University student spotted something a little unusual: a saddled horse running across the highway without a rider. So she decided to Facebook the police about the incident, and the response she got back was so funny. She had to post the exchange on Twitter, and we're glad she did. Take a listen to this. The officer responded with have a subject that gets drunk and falls off his horse and passes out. The horse knows its way home, so usually the horse just goes on its merry way.
Just goes back to the house.
I know. It is. This is in Logan County, of course.
I love it.
She goes on and explains that, you know, there was an issue. She saw a riderless horse going across the road. But apparently this guy, I'm pretty sure it's a guy that quite often falls off his horse.
He
but
gets
that's
drunk.
okay.
He gets drunk and falls off.
Falls off his bloody horse.
And they already know it, like they know him.
I know.
And know the horse will make its way back
Well, I used to
home.
ride my horse to school when it used to rain too much and the buses couldn't come up our country roads to get. Yeah.
How fun would that be?
Yeah, it was actually.
I would
The
love
good old
that.
days, people.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, a mother has vowed never to tell her daughter that she is beautiful. She claims that ever since her child was a baby, she was treated differently than her other two sons. She noticed that people would call her sons adventurous and strong. Meanwhile, the only words her daughter would get were pretty and beautiful. Okay, so in an effort to keep her daughter's attention off her physical appearance, she's decided to compliment her on her personality, like her kindness and dedication, instead of her looks.
Huh. Well, you know, I get that. I can understand how that would make a mom feel to see their daughter being, you know, kind of objectified, I guess, on a daily basis. Just not in a mean way, of course. They're saying, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful. I can see where you kind of do want to take a step back. I have boys, so, you know, adventurous and all of that is something, you know, that I hear. But, you know, people do say that they're handsome and stuff like that, and I do too. I think having a good balance of the two is going to be important.
I don't think you should over-compliment children.
Right.
No,
No, I agree. I don't think so either.
You know, and especially, anyway, I won't say.
What? What were you
No,
going to say?
shut my mouth.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I'm shutting my mouth because I'm going to get in trouble and someone will write in and say something I shouldn't have said, so I'm going to shut up. I just feel that there's a nice happy medium, and I think it's a bit strange that the mother is now not going to ever say to her daughter that her daughter is pretty.
See, and that's where I have the problem.
bit
It's like
strange.
it's a bit extreme, and I think it actually could backfire and make her daughter feel like her mother
Make her
doesn't
feel
think
like she's not
that
pretty.
she's pretty, and
Yeah.
and so it can make her a little paranoid, a little anxious. So I feel like there needs to be a nice balance, a nice happy medium.
Yeah,
That's
tell
all.
us what you think. Head over to Midday Kentucky's Facebook page and tell us whether you think it's A-OK not to call your daughter pretty in case that she starts to feel insecure or something.
Yeah.
I think it's silly. You ready for this one, everyone?
All right.
A writer is speaking out against Amy Schumer's latest movie, I Feel Pretty, because they claim it's based on a lie. Looks don't matter. The writer explains that the movie tells regular women that the only thing holding them back is their belief that they look regular, dubbing it denialism. But the argument is that in reality, the standard for a woman's appearance has never been higher.
And
we just don't like talking
yeah.
about it. Is that true?
Yeah.
I think it goes. I think this is two good stories side by side.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I think the movie's just tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
And I think we take a little bit too much from movies.
Right, right.
Unless, of course, it is, you know, like Steel Magnolias and we live by those rules.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
You know, I mean, the movie, and I haven't seen the movie, but based on
She
what,
falls off a bike.
Uh-huh.
She's a plump little girl, young woman.
Uh-huh.
And she's not ugly. It's Amy Schumer. She's not exactly ugly.
Right, right.
Okay, and she falls off a bike. She wakes up. She has a concussion. Wakes up and she looks in the mirror and she thinks she's a supermodel.
Okay.
Well, I've known some very unattractive people that think they're supermodels.
Right.
I worked in the hair world for 20 years.
Yeah.
And walked around with models and all those. I've seen some unattractive people that think they're just A. Do you know what I mean?
Nobody around
there's-
here.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with if you think you're fabulous, go for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Fake it till you make it. That's my
Fake
philosophy.
it till you make it. Tell us what you think. We put this article up on our Facebook page. Okay, now look, this is a bit creepy. You know, people have stayed there before, but just how many germs are hotel rooms covering up? Even though the germs there are most likely not dangerous, it can still make your skin crawl. Here's a list of, this is disgusting.
Oh.
5 items that definitely you want to be careful of. A TV remote. Can I
Okay.
just say to you, oh, well, let's just put them all up. A bed comforter or duvet, drinking glasses, lamp or light switch. I always have a hotel room in the dark anyway. Housekeeping materials. Can I just say, how often do you sit at home with your TV remote control near your mouth or on your face or just while you're flicking around?
Or
looking-
like if I'm eating.
yeah,
That's
or
the
you're
thing.
just
If I'm
sitting here
eating
like
and then going
this
to,
or,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, watching the TV, or is
Right.
that just me?
No, that
Oh, see?
I could see that.
Thing is, I think about those things in a hotel room.
See, I don't.
Oh, really?
I don't. I wish I did. It bothers me that I don't. And now after seeing this, of course, I'm going to have to be all paranoid because of it. I'll have
Do
to
you
take.
stay a lot of hotel rooms?
When we travel with Doug and the family.
I don't know. You just seemed like you were going to make a big note about it.
But you know, I mean, you know, there's germs everywhere. Now, I'm not paranoid. I'm not a germaphobe or anything of that nature, obviously, because I never really thought about that too much
Yeah.
until this came up, and then there was also an article on television, maybe an episode.
But you know, they also,
I don't-
when they change your bed linen, they don't change your duvet cover.
I hate
at
that.
the hotels.
Don't
but
wanna know
even
that.
When I stay at hotels, I ask for my bed linen to be changed every day and all
Yeah.
my towels.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know why. I just like it.
I just expect the fresh one on the first day I'm there, but you all are saying that that's not always the case. That
No,
there's not.
there's dirty people out there, people.
Oh, I don't like hearing this.
It
really
is what
bugs
it
me.
is.
I know.
Okay, this is a little crazy, everyone. We know about credit scores, right? But
Yes.
what about social credit scores? China is now looking to all of its roughly 1.3 billion citizens a personal score, and it's all based on how they behave. It's based on several things, like if you pay bills on time, okay, or late, you play video games too long, wasting money on materialistic things, social media posts, and other behaviors, and it's already, you know, creating some headaches.
Oh, I
Some
bet.
people are saying they can't fly. So this is after this has already happened. It basically does what a credit score does for your financial situation.
Right.
Okay.
I think this is as creepy as it gets.
Really?
Yes, absolutely hate it. To think that it's like being judged for everything you do throughout the day.
Yeah.
Every single day, every minute of your day.
Okay, but they're saying that these issues of you becoming sociably unacceptable, that you can't fly, you can't buy property, and you can't even send their kids to private schools, all because they're on the untrustworthy list.
Oh, my
now,
gosh.
the goal of the program is to forge a public opinion environment where keeping trust is glorious. I sort of like that in a way.
That's okay. Yeah.
It will strengthen sincerity in government affairs, commercial sincerity, social sincerity, and the construction of judicial credibility.
Wrong. I disagree
And this
with
will
that.
be by 2020 law.
I think that is absolutely incorrect. And I'll tell you, there was an episode on Netflix, on Black Mirror, that talks about this. They did an episode on this, and it was creepy, and I could see this happening. People become very disingenuous. They're very, just to get their credit scores higher. And that's what the premise of that segment on Black Mirror.
Oh.
And so they would, every time you would see somebody, it was like always just very fake and everything was fake.
All right.
And it just, and how when you start to get on the bad side of that, when your credit score starts to fall down, maybe by accident, something happens, you get in a car accident with somebody and they ding you, and all of a sudden your credit score starts going down.
Same with Uber people.
But
it's the same thing.
Exactly.
All
So
right.
it makes people very
Tell us
anxious.
what you think. Married couples normally get a joint bank account, right? But is that trend now changing? More and more people are choosing to have separate bank accounts instead. And it's happening more among millennials. Here are 4 reasons why, everyone. Living together first. Okay.
Yeah, that makes
Gotcha.
sense.
Okay. Further in their careers, that means millennials, they're in their career at 30 odd, and they're probably earning 50 or 60,000, I don't know. See their contributions. I don't want people knowing what my bank account is. And what's the next one? Fear of losing control.
Yeah, I could
sort
see
of
that.
agree.
I could totally see that. The further they're further along in their career, I mean, you've already established yourself independently, and so that would be hard, especially with your finances. That would be really hard to.
Do you and Doug
to
have
settle.
joint bank accounts?
We do, and I wasn't making at the time. I mean, we weren't making all the money in the world, so it was easy for us to kind of blend our bank accounts.
Yeah.
But I could see where millennials are getting married later that's going to be
Well, I
more
just think,
difficult.
here's the thing also, everyone, that I think because millennials are getting married later, they come along with more debt. They come along with maybe some savings of their own. And my girlfriend, who just got married, she says to me that for the last year, her and her husband, all they've been doing is paying off student loans.
Right.
And she earns a lot more money than what he does. And she's a main news anchor. And she said that, I don't want to say it sounds like I'm being mean, but she said it's sort of boring me that a lot of my money is going to pay off his debts.
Right.
Before they got married or even before they started dating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you become married, you take on your partner's debt.
It's not all for one, my doll. Let me tell you about that.
It's all for one.
Tell us what you think. Get over to Midday Kentucky's Facebook page. Here's one more thing we'll get to very quickly. Could sleeping in separate beds save you and your partner's relationship? One woman claims that it actually does. She and her husband spent a lot of nights together until kids came into the picture. 3 of them to be precise, and because of stress that parenthood brings, she and her husband lost their intimacy. But sleeping nights in different beds made them miss it even more, and it relit the spark that was in the relationship years ago. Lisa, let's go. Do you sleep in separate beds?
Sometimes we do.
How civilized.
I know, but you know what? I think it does add a little bit of a spark to your relationship sometimes.
It's like, come to my room or we go to your room.
Yeah, I
Do you
mean,
know
it's
what I
kind
mean?
of, it's kind of kinky like that. But
Oh,
I
didn't think it was that kinky. Lisa.
But I can see where when you have kids, it really does wears you down. I mean, it wears down the romance that's in the
Well, if
relationship.
you're putting the
and all
kids
of
in
that.
your bed, yes.
Well, sometimes they jump into bed, but even, just having the children around all the time and being parents and doing that, it does the reality of having to take care of children and bathe them and keep them fed and all of that, it does wear down on the romance. You want to, you do
Lisa,
need to
did
kinda
you
change
spray
it up a little
tan
bit.
last night?
He always calls me out on it. Yes.
I'm just watching you talk and your hands are flapping around thinking, oh, Oompa Loompa, here we go.
I know, I got the Oompa Loompa hands again.
Okay, coming up, we're learning more about Arbor Day from the
Arboretum.
That's it. Don't go away, everyone. You're watching Midday Kentucky. We'll be right back.